when there is a downturn, the construction industry gets savaged out of it. People lose their jobs overnight.
Sure.
And they're nearly one of the first industries to sort of feel the hit. Okay, the restaurant and hospitality industry gets hit as well. But, you know, it's back to I know from a UK perspective, the agency model is, you know, another reason why people they don't really have the security going through recruitment agencies and stuff like that. And maybe that's where there's a barrier where the conveyor belt is stopping, because people are only tourists in the construction industry, where they're just doing enough to get by, and that's it.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable comment. You know, I do think the model for construction is wrong, but you're right. The industry does tend to be the first one hit, but equally it tends to be the first one that comes out of recession. So, you know, I think because the industry is, you know, the risks involved, because of the wafer thin margins, you know, yeah, there's always going to be challenges there, and you know, businesses are going to fold and fail when, you know, whenever we look at a kind of recession, or an economic downturn. But equally, you know, there are a lot of very, very resilient and well-run organisations, and I think, you know, whenever a recession comes along, I always say to my clients, yeah, you know, it's going to be challenging. There's still opportunities out there. You might have to work a little bit harder to get them, but they're still there. And you know, and what tends to happen in a recession is the weaker organisations, the ones that are badly run, they're the ones that don't survive, and that's, you know, it's unfortunate.
They weren't going to survive anyway.
No, they're not. So, you know,
regardless of a recession, they weren't going to survive.
Sorry, no, they're not. And that's, you know, that's the reality. So yeah, some businesses fold, and sometimes, you know, some good businesses have been caught up in that too, and that's, you know, that's really, really unfortunate. But, you know, I would suggest that most businesses that are well run, who, you know, understand their market, know what they're good at, you know, have the relationships, you know, they'll always find opportunities, and, you know, and they should be able to attract the best talent.